Hello and welcome to SaltWire today for Thursday, December 15th. I'm your host, Kate Walker. The province has announced new services for the healthcare system. The Houston government has introduced a plan for improving healthcare services called More Faster, the Action for Health Build. It includes more beds, operating rooms, and 2 new emergency rooms. It was announced today that Nova Scotia is wrapping up an agreement to build a new patient tower with 4 additional operating rooms and a new emergency department at the Halifax Infirmary. A new cancer care centre will also be built at the infirmary site.
Today, we're telling you we're hitting fast forward. And we are well past the starting point on this. The leases have already been signed for the land for the offsite builds across HRM. Considerable work has already been done on the design of the new patient tower. The work will proceed without delay, and shovels will be in the ground much sooner than would have been possible under the old plan.
Some other things in the plan include expanding the Dartmouth General Hospital to include a new emergency department and more beds, adding new inpatient services at the Cobequid Community Health Centre in Lower Sackville, and building 2 standalone transition to community centres in HRM, including one near Bears Lake Community Outpatient Centre.
You wouldn't build a house without knowing the cost, and so what we heard today was they won't tell us the cost, they won't tell us the exact timelines, they didn't have the leases, they wouldn't tell us who they're leasing with, what the price of the leases are. I think that's very troublesome for Nova Scotians. Historically, when we see projects of this magnitude and we don't have financial details, they tend to balloon out of costs, and as much as the Premier says that cost isn't a factor, it is a factor for a lot of people.
The province says it will plan to move patients out of distressed areas of the Victoria General site of the QE2 Health Sciences Centre prior to the completion of the new patient tower, as well as relocate lab services from the Mackenzie building. Next to the story of an inmate who escaped from the Burnside jail. Ryan Taylor Wilband escaped from the Central Nova Scotia Correctional Facility in August. He arrived at the facility in May after he was charged with robbing banks in Berwick and Greenwood in the Annapolis Valley. He told his story today to our SaltWire journalist Nicole Monroe on the phone from the Northeast Nova Scotia Correctional Facility in Priestville, Pictou County. Wilband says following his court appearances, he realized he could bring his clothes back with him to jail and be able to fit in like a staff member. Around 12:30 p.m. on August 22nd, he put on his jeans, t-shirt, and a medical face mask and hid in the shower. When the guards started to do their rounds, Wilband slipped out of the shower and through the first door. From there, he made his way through 6 different doors. It wasn't until 11:30 a.m. the next day that Halifax Regional Police posted on social media requesting the public's assistance in finding him. Wilband said he stuffed his bed prior to leaving and that he had heard from others that it wasn't until 10 or so hours after he escaped that correctional officers realized he was gone. The next day, he was arrested by RCMP in Greenwood. He's since been transferred to the Northeast Nova Scotia Correctional Facility, participating in trauma-based programs. Wilband has not been charged for escaping the Burnside jail. This afternoon, HRM's Transportation Committee got a good look at a plan that would shake up Brunswick Street in downtown Halifax. City staff presented their work on the Brunswick Street Complete Street Active Transportation Connector. It involves installing a raised, protected, and bi-directional bikeway and streetscaping features along Brunswick Street and between Cogswell and Spring Garden Road. The project also incorporates a small portion of Gottingen Street. The streetscaping would involve undergrounding wires and planting over 60 trees, among other projects. The full cost is $10 million, but city staff are suggesting a scaled-down interim project that would be cheaper and able to start construction in 2024. The Transportation Committee is going through the plans today and will make their recommendations to Halifax Regional Council. The COVID-19 monthly data report has been released for November. According to Public Health, there was a total of 2,571 positive results, 158 hospitalizations, and 24 deaths from COVID-19 during the month of November. The number of PCR positive results, hospitalizations, and deaths decreased in November compared to October. Residents in Shelburne are doing what they can to give back this holiday season. For the third year, Shelburne County Senior Safety and Services is delivering holiday meals to seniors living throughout the county. This year, a total of 459 holiday meals were delivered. SaltWire's Kathy Johnson has the details.
A total of 459 holiday meals are being delivered to seniors throughout Shelburne County this holiday season by Shelburne County Senior Safety and Services.
We started this 3 years ago when COVID started. We did this because we couldn't do our Christmas teas any longer. And we felt that there was, a gap with the seniors. So this filled the gap, and we were able to go out and actually see the seniors in their home and provide that social visit where they wouldn't have that before. And this meets a whole nother different kind of clientele as well, the more isolated, rural seniors of Shelburne County.
There are lots of volunteers helping to deliver the meals.
We have the RCMP helping out, and we have community members, and occasionally we have like a council member or the CAO from the municipality.
As for the seniors,
they are just delighted. They sometimes invite a friend over and they do a meal together, which is like a nice little social visit for them too. They really enjoy seeing the RCMP come to the door because they wouldn't otherwise really meet an RCMP member. So that's also another treat for them.
in Barrington Passage, this is Kathy Johnson for SaltWire.
It's time now for a glimpse of today's Thinking Out Loud with Sheldon McLeod. Today, Sheldon is speaking with Todd Leader about the stigma associated with mental illness.
We can apply that to so much of what's happening in society with different marginalized groups and other people in our society who end up, in conflict with not just perhaps disciplinary boards, but the ultimate disciplinary board, the judicial system. And, I think there are lessons there beyond what you've just expressed to us.
Yeah, that's a great insight. The reason that people like Judge Pam Williams created things like the Mental Health Court in Nova Scotia and in many other jurisdictions, the reason those have been created where they do exist is specifically for this reason, so that the court system doesn't blame the person. Their moral character, kind of their personality, doesn't blame them for behaviors that actually are symptoms of an addiction or a mental illness, but instead gets them on the right path, in the right kind of service or support. And that doesn't mean there's no accountability, but it's a different approach because it's recognizing that it's not the person, it's the illness.
And for Sheldon's full conversation, head to the opinion section of SaltWire.com. Time now for the Atlantic Sports Wire, presented by Scott Squires.
Jake O'Connor is in his first year with the Halifax Max U18 Major side, part of the Nova Scotia U18 Major Hockey League. I had a chance to speak with Jake about how things are going in his first U18 Major campaign. Jake, it's your rookie season with the Max. As we approach the new year, how's the rookie season been for you so far?
It's been good. It's been a big jump up from Bantam. It's a lot quicker paced, and everybody's a lot bigger. And it's been tough, but I think I'm getting better. I'm improving every day, so that's good.
And do you remember your welcome to the Nova Scotia U18 Major Hockey League moment, and what was it?
Yeah, it was actually fun. In my first game, I actually scored a goal, which made me really happy. But yeah, it was lots of fun.
That's a good way to start your major U18 career. Good luck in the rest of the season. Hopefully we'll catch up and chat again soon.
Okay, thank you.
In Halifax, I'm Scott Squires for the Atlantic Sports Wire.
Thank you, Scott. On to weather now. To see what's coming up in the forecast, we're going to check in now with our weather specialist, Alistair Alders.
Thanks, Kate. Well, after yesterday's what now seems to be rare occurrence of sunshine in HRM, clouds were back again dominating today. We had some light drizzle and showers around at times and a brisk northerly wind gusting up to 50 kilometers per hour. And unfortunately, no sunshine to talk about in the upcoming forecast. We have another soggy system on the horizon. This evening, we will have cloudy skies with a chance of showers or flurries and the temperature near +1. And that's where we'll start the day on Friday, +1 with cloudy skies. skies. As we go into the afternoon, rising up to 4 degrees, we will have a chance of showers or drizzle. Northeast winds will gust 30 up to 40 kilometers per hour tonight and throughout the day on our Friday. Winds will be picking up, though, as we go through Friday night and Saturday. That's as our next weather system approaches. It will bring rain into the Halifax region Friday night, continuing on Saturday, and we could even see some lingering showers around on Sunday. This should bring up to 30 millimeters of rain to Halifax, but we could see some pockets of 30 to 60 millimeters, and easterly winds will gust 30, 40, up to 70 kilometers per hour. It's also worth noting that areas further inland, I don't think in the city itself, but further inland, maybe the closer you are to Beaverbank, Mount Uniacke, the airport, even if you're just traveling in other parts of the province over higher terrain, we could see some wet snow mixing with this rain over the weekend. So travel could certainly be tricky. And of course, this is a busy time of year, Christmas fast approaching. So just make sure to take care this weekend. And I'll be back tomorrow with another update on what you can expect in your weekend outlook. Kate.
Thank you, Alistair. That's all for now. For more extended video and full online articles, stay tuned to saltwire.com. And you can find us on Instagram and Twitter at SaltWire Today. I'm your host, Kate Walker. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.